Got the circle. Got the circle. Hello. What day is it?
Hi.
I perpetually turn up now for what day is it? It is on a Tuesday, isn't it? Hi.
Yeah.
I promised some fresh meat today, guys. I brought Michaela along. I think they're sick of saying
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Donna and Cheryl TV with Michaela, keeping it real. You see, I just look so ridiculous. Cheryl looks I just look ridiculous, keeping it real. Sister is up in Auburn. She woke up this morning. Oh, I can't show you guys. She sent me a photo saying this is the view from the bed. They've upgraded into this beautiful like suite in this. I think it's the only hotel in Auburn, to be fair.
Wow.
But it's got this beautiful big bay window with these seats and like overlooking, is it a loch or is it the sea? I'm not really sure. Oh, but my God, just with the mountains in the distance, it looked spectacular.
Oh, we're not jealous at all. Not jealous at all.
I'm worried she might end up getting stuck in Scotland the way things are.
I know. Will she come back? I'm pleased she managed to get there, though, because I know she was worried about it. But the sun's shining, isn't it? So hopefully it's beautiful for her too.
It's gorgeous weather up there. So she did Edinburgh. I can't see who that is on Facebook. Sorry, guys. Who is it? Tell me. So she did Edinburgh, upgrade herself into a beautiful hotel there. She did a bit, her and Graham had like a whole pretty woman thing going on at the weekend where they went a bit crazy in the shops. I spotted Jo Malone bags and stuff, so I was very excited. And they bought some, because it's Graham's birthday, like within a few weeks of each other. So they bought some bits and bobs and she treated herself. And I just love that she's up there with Graham, having a lovely time. The problem they had in Edinburgh was they couldn't get into anywhere because everywhere was booked. So, if they wanted food or a drink, everything, because it was all quite last minute. In terms of they were meant to go to Julie's, Graham's sisters and couldn't, so they've been making do. So they've had some lovely food. They're over in Auburn now. She sent a picture. I need to try and show you guys. I don't know if you saw it on stories, but I love lobster, and they had this lobster. Oh my goodness! And you're like, how divine does that look?
Amazing.
So
stop making me jealous. This is terrible. We're not doing anything as nearly as exciting, but
we would much rather
really good to be here. Yeah.
And Anne, it's good to have you. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Brooke. And anybody else watching? If you haven't told me you're here, let me know because I can see you here. So today we wanted to talk to you about the fact two things. One, I have a new Netflix obsession.
Oh, what is it?
That Below Deck. Have you watched it?
Oh, no, I haven't. I've seen it advertised, but I haven't watched that one yet. It's totally up my street, that kind of thing, no.
Oh my God, Michaela, that's why it's so funny. It's so funny. So I watched The Duchess. I asked for Netflix recommendations 2 weeks ago and I'm still working my way through them. So I watched The Duchess, but there was only one series of that. Whoever told me to watch that, thank you. Neil and I haven't laughed so much for a long time. Really super funny.
Oh, I'm going to have to write that down.
Oh, and now this Below Decks, just watching these people with hundreds of thousands of pounds, but no class, rent these yachts out. Like, it's absolutely hysterical. And they're quite old, some of them. I think they're about 6 or 8 years old when they mentioned what year it was yesterday. So, yeah, you need to, it's very you.
I will definitely watch that.
What about you guys? What's your latest Netflix obsession? Tell me, because if there's anything that I'm missing out on, I need to know. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Tracy. Good morning, and all the way over in Thunder Bay, Canada. Hi, Marlene. Right, so today the actual official topic, other than Cheryl eating lobster, drinking espresso martinis and Netflix, was we wanted to talk to you about Bouncebackability. And I think we talked about this not long ago, but Michaela and I were chatting and we thought there's so much going on at the minute where we're getting some more restrictions put in place. It's starting to feel, I had a reaction last week when I went to get my lashes done. I was told I had to have the app. And I was like, who says I have to have the app? Don't tell me what I have to have. So I just wanted to know, for you, Michaela, how is it feeling for you just with all different restrictions? Because you run a really successful business. You've got people all over the place. You've got offices. Like, what's the crack?
Yeah, so I'd say I'm ever the optimist is probably the best way to put it. So we were talking about this in the team recently, and because we deliver a lot of learning interventions and training, I'm absolutely desperate to start doing that face-to-face again. So we moved everything to virtual in March. we're still in a virtual situation at the moment because obviously we've got regional lockdowns. It's just not safe or sensible to bring groups of people together, which I totally get. But I still put into my OKRs for the quarter that we would be able to start looking at how we go back to a more blended learning model so that people can have that kind of face-to-face, that networking, that peer-to-peer learning happening again. So I was very optimistic. And I think where I go wrong sometimes is my optimism then allowed me to get frustrated because I was like, oh, we still can't do it. We still can't go back to that. But it's just adapting, isn't it, to the situation, really, and taking each week, each day, one day at a time. Some days you'll be feeling really good, feeling quite positive. The sun's shining in the northeast today, so it feels really good. And then other days you can be feeling a little bit lower energy, is the best way to describe it. So just keeping doing the routines that I've got myself into. I think the days when I don't follow those routines, I don't feel as good.
So what do you do? Like, what's your routine, especially for low energy? What works for you?
One of the things that I've started more recently that I've really enjoyed doing is on a morning, my gratitude list when I'm looking at my high performance planner. So it was actually one of the planners that you recommended to me, Donna. So I use that every morning just to set my day up. I'm not someone who is particularly good at meditating necessarily or doing loads of journaling, but I find my gratitude list is my kind of like mini way to journal, and just to kind of set the day up really positively. So I do that in the morning, plan out my day, think about what I really want to get out of it. So what's my intention? What are the things that I really need to get done? And then also thinking about what goal I might be able to start working on, which might not be able to do everything towards it that day, but at least go in the right direction. So that's really helped. And just getting outside. I know it sounds so simple, but getting out, fresh air, taking the dog for a walk, making sure that I don't just sit at my desk at home all day, every day. And I give myself those breaks. Really helps. And getting up early. I know not everyone likes getting up early, and I know you don't, Donna. You're not a fan of it, are you? But it really works for me. Like, I think it gives me time, space to do all those things before my day runs away with me. If that makes sense. So
100%. And because you've got like clients and a team, and you've got to create that time at the beginning of the day, otherwise you're going to be straight in other people's energy, aren't you? So mornings, luckily you are a morning person, but you found a routine that's working for you to fill you up before you give your energy to everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's just some simple things. I do find that I'm such a consumer of self-development that I was getting myself in a situation where I was reading every book, I was listening to every podcast, and actually it was really overwhelming. And I wasn't following some of just the basics. So I kind of stripped it back. I'm doing some very basic things, and then I'll start slowly but surely adding other things in to just see how that feels as well. The other thing I've started doing is going back to the gym as well. So I'm doing that kind of twice or 3 times a week, which is really helping just to get some kind of discipline and structure back into my normal days as well.
I love that. And I just think anyone can create that, can't they? So everything you've said, it's something we can all do if it's a priority for us to get our energy right and get our mindset right. Because the more proactive you be in, when things come along, like Boris dropping you another little bombshell or whatever, it's not as big a deal. So I was saying to Michaela this morning before we went live, I checked in on emails this morning, which I normally give myself like 10-15 minutes to check in on them early on in case there's anything, because then I don't start work till 10 o'clock. And oh my goodness, so there's my email saying Joe Dispenza cancelled. Now you all know how much I have been looking forward to going seeing Joe Dispenza in November, and I was living in the space that it was going to happen. Last week we bought Cheryl's tickets. That's £5,000 on tickets. Cancelled. And then Neil pipes up, Riverdance is being cancelled. And then I got another email saying we're going to see Billy from SAS. cancelled. And then my friend texted to say, looks like we can't spend the weekend together this weekend, chica. And I was like, oh, basically the fun is being... And I was waiting for this kind of really strong reaction. And it was just very much a, oh, well. And immediately my head went to, there's another course, another qualification that I've just embarked on recently. Long story, which I'll tell you about. But I was like, well, that's great. It means I can give my energy to that. What we'll have to do with that is, okay, well, that'll free some money because we haven't got to pay for the train tickets for that. So we can do that over there. So straight away I went into, well, the upside is, and I'm like, God, when did I become that person? But because you're working on it all the time.
You surprised yourself. You've been listening to all the great work you do with other people.
Myself. I have helped myself. But I was genuinely just waiting for the anger, the rage there. But I just thought, well, there's nothing I can do. Like you said, it is what it is. There's absolutely no point in me getting my knickers in a twist. It's happening next November now for Georgia Spencer. The stinger is it's over my wedding anniversary and the anniversary of when we met now next year. It covers the whole week. I was like, oh. And I told Neil and he just went, well, it's a year away. We'll do something before or after it. So I thought, clearly it's all rubbing off.
Very good.
Yeah, I know. Wendy's just saying, oh, sorry, freaking COVID overreaction. But I just think, like I was chatting to one of the nurses that I know yesterday in the schoolyard when I went to drop off and pick up Caleb. And I mean, her hair has literally split and is like ruined, like around the front of her hair off where the girls have to wear the visors all the time. And her colleague who was with her, who works at the RVI, has got a really bad eye just off where a mask is rubbing constantly, like all her eyes inflamed and sore. It looked like she had like styes. She said it's just off the mask rubbing. And I thought, you know what? Something's getting cancelled. They were saying the hospitals are totally full with, elderly people who are really unwell because of it. And I just thought, in the grand scheme of things, I think Neil's not coming. No, Neil's not coming, Wendy. Sorry. We'll delete that one. But in the grand scheme of things, people we know are predominantly safe. They're being looked after. And if it means that we have to delay things for another few months, then I'm hoping, sorry, I've got an itchy ankle. I'm hoping so that we can have a lovely Christmas. Then this is what we have to do, right?
Exactly. And I think that acceptance is probably the best kind of mindset to be in right now, because we only have a certain sphere of influence, don't we, over this situation. And I think it's just about keeping each other safe, focusing on the positive, keeping momentum on projects and business where we can, if that's what you're running, because we all have responsibilities, don't we, still, and they're not going away just because of this situation. And I think especially I feel it as like a business owner, I've got a responsibility to show up, and I've got a responsibility to show up positively and to be a voice of reason for my team and to support them, because we're all, I read something that just really perfectly summed it up for me. We're all in the same storm, but we're in very different boats. And it's really resonated with me when I heard that, because we're all experiencing this very, very differently, aren't we? And it's okay to, if the thing that's annoying you on a morning is that things are being cancelled, that's okay to feel that way. We shouldn't put so much pressure on ourselves. Like, our problems and the things that stress us out are the things that stress us out. We can't help that. We shouldn't always just be comparing to what other people's experiences have been as well.
Yeah, I love that. That's so true. And what you're talking about is exactly what leadership's about, though, isn't it? People are looking to you, whether that's people in your family, all of it. We're all leaders in our life. So whether that's your kids or your cousins or the people, your friends in your community.
Yeah.
So we talked yesterday about, if you want positivity in your life, radiate positivity. This is the same thing. Like, if we all start flapping, then that kind of rubs off on everybody, and then people start buying the bloody loo rolls again, and that's the last thing any of us need. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. And just trying to protect our kind of positivity and our mindset. It won't be every day, because some days we'll feel like, screaming that something's happened.
Yeah.
But those positive affirmations, that keeping focused on the things that you can affect, and the things that you can change, that can only be a good thing, can't it, really?
Control the controllables. If you try to control Boris and COVID, you're not going to feel very happy. So just let them do their thing. Tracy's just saying, acceptance is happening to me finally. Doesn't it feel good though, Tracy, when it happens, when you stop raging against the machine? We all have to choose where we spend our energy. So that's really good that you're getting that. And Wendy's saying, good to have something long-term to look forward to. Very, very long-term. It is. But short-term, I'm just looking forward to Christmas. And honestly, if I have to bite the bullet now and stay home for a bit longer so that we can be in our families' houses at Christmas, I will be happy. That's like my main goal right now. This is why I'm all about strengthening my electromagnetic field right now. Absolutely. And Wendy is also, guys, if you're not connected to Wendy, make sure you are. She's doing an immunity challenge for like a crazy low investment to try and help you strengthen like your inner immunity, which is very, very important as well.
Cool.
And Tracy saying it's a great feeling just to accept and then to respond with a new direction. We respond with love. And if you are struggling right now, like Michaela said, like that's perfectly okay. Like it's normal. You can have a pity party, give yourself a day of just being paid off, but like put a time limit on it, and you know what I mean? And then work on right now, what do I do to make myself feel good? If anyone needs any help with stuff, right back at the beginning of all the COVID crazy, Cheryl and I did a masterclass. We did it with your team as well, didn't we, Michaela? We came with your company to do it, which was amazing. And we called it Chaos to Calm. And we did this masterclass just giving you, I can't remember how now, it's like 6 or 7 key strategies on how to really help yourself get through this challenging time when you might feel like things are out of your control and, you know, things are being done to you. It can help you really understand your energy, help you reset your intention, and look at some longer term goals to help you refocus. So now might be a really good time, even if you watched us with it then, download it now. The link is on there. You just pop your email in, and you get the link to watch it. Now is a really good time to revisit some of the lessons in that. Maybe we'll do it again soon or something, I don't know. But like Michaela said, just focus on the stuff that is within your gift to control. Focus on your routines. Focus on what makes you feel good every day. And if you're having a little bit of a crappy day, don't beat yourself up. Just bring yourself back to alignment when you feel that you can. Yeah. Michaela, it's been amazing having you with us. Like,
Thank you. It's been fun.
And then what we can do is, because originally when I asked you to come and talk, I really wanted to talk to you more about the business, about being an entrepreneur, about how you deal with that and run a team and all the rest of it. So can we book you back in to come on and have that conversation? Because
it'd be an absolute pleasure. It'd be lovely.
Amazing. You're so successful, and so many of our community are in the process now of setting up businesses or are quite early in the business. I think it will be amazing to have that time with you to go, what would you tell yourself? What would you tell the guys? What's the do's and don'ts? Like, what are the lessons from you, to build a business to the size that you've got yours already? So I'm excited to do that with you.
I would look forward to it. Thank you so much. It'd be brilliant. And also just to share some insight, you never know, people might get a little tip or something that they've not thought about before. And that's definitely how I've learned as well. So it's always nice to share, isn't it?
Absolutely. None of us are in it alone. The beautiful thing is that we're all in this together, right? So thank you so much. Definitely check out Wendy's Inner Immunity Challenge as well, guys. Let's show up and get ourselves feeling good on the inside and protecting ourselves as much as we can. And yes, Tina's one of the amazing women in our community who's just set up a business with Mel, 2 soul sisters setting up a coaching business together.
Really? That's so cool.
Second client of the weekend. I literally felt like I had a baby or something. I was so happy.
Amazing. Oh, that's very good. Very cool. And also have such a community of people to share their knowledge and mentorship with each other. It's really nice.
It's crazy good, isn't it? So thank you all, guys. Have an amazing Tuesday. I will be live back here tomorrow with another surprise guest for you. And I'm sending you lots of love from me and Michaela. Have a fab day.
Bye.